Hey everyone, today I've got an unboxing for you and review of this INVOSPA kneading massager. So I actually got this for my wife as she suffers from kind of neck ache and back issues, and I thought this might be a good thing to kind of assist with that. And I got this from Amazon, and it was on a special kind of one of those lightning deals. And I think it was about £37, which was reduced from what they said. I think it was about £45. £55. So I think it's generally, it's around that sort of £50 mark. Usually I got this on a deal, so I figured I'd go along with it. So what you can see is that it has got these kind of two straps that you put your arms through, and you can kind of pull them down to apply pressure to different points, which is a little bit different to the one I've seen in the past. I saw one about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago that was like a box that you kind of place behind you, whereas this you can actually strap it on you, which I thought was quite nice. So it's got a heat function, so you can allow it to heat and penetrate your muscles. You can use it on kind of different areas of your body as well. So it's portable, so it's got in here a charger that plugs into a mains adapter that plugs into the mains, obviously, and it's also got an in-car charger as well. And you can adjust the intensities, and it kind of has 3 speed levels and also has an auto shutdown. Alright, so it switches off after 15 minutes, which is cool, so if you fall asleep or whatever, it'll just switch off. So there's not a lot else on the box, okay? And I'll just show you what's in the box. I've already taken this out just because it would be difficult to do this with one hand. I've got the camera in there. But you can see inside we've got a car charger, which is there. I've already taken the AC adapter out, and I'll just show you the instructions. So, pretty straightforward. You've got power on off, the direction, speed change, and the heat on and off, okay? That's pretty much it. Also, after 30 minutes, if you've been using this, it can overheat. So if you are applying a lot of pressure and the motors are under kind of, it actually says out here, recommend to use massager for more than 30 minutes. And it will obviously shut down if it overheats, and then you just have to leave it to cool down, and it can switch back on again. So you can see here, does your upper back and neck, mid back, lower back, thighs and legs, waist, shoulders and arms. So yeah. The rest of it's in other languages, so that's it. It's really simple instructions. And then what you also get is the plug. I'm in the UK, so it's a UK adapter, and this thing is a connection, so you can disconnect it, I like the fact you can do that, and plug it in when you need to. And then you get it in this really nice bag. So it's like a waterproof bag by the looks of things. I don't know if it is waterproof, but it feels waterproof. It's kind of that kind of texture. And if I take this out, you'll see that the whole thing can nicely fit into this bag. And I'm just going to demo this out. Okay, so there you go. So it kind of nicely folds up, so it's very portable if you need to travel with this, or put it in a car or in a bag. Really, really easy to carry. And it's made of like a faux leather material. And these are the straps that you can put your arms in. Very nicely made, very, very well made, nicely stitched together. These are the buttons as well, so they're all kind of like rubberized buttons. And then these are the actual knobbly bits that will actually go into your back or neck. And the back, again, nicely built. Look, it is very, very well made, this. It's got a very, very high quality feel to it. So I am impressed with the quality of the feel and how it looks and stuff. Okay. So that's what you get in the box, and then what I will show you now is I'll plug it all in and show you how it actually... Okay guys, so I've just got this plugged in. I just wanted to show you what this does when you switch it on, and also the sound level, so you get an idea of how much noise this makes. It is quite noisy, but to be honest, once you start using it and you're watching TV or you're just doing something else, you don't really notice it after a while. But initially you kind of think, okay, it's fairly noisy, it's next to your head, obviously, if you're doing it on your neck. So if I just switch this on, I'm just going to do that by pressing this button here, and you'll see they start glowing straight away, and they are rotating. And if I press this button here, you'll see it'll go the opposite way. And that's pretty much what it does. You won't see much else. But like I said, when I give you my review on this, when I've been using this for a while, you'll notice it does a very, very good job and you don't notice it spinning. It feels like it's actually kneading your body, which is pretty interesting. But anyway, I hope it gives you an idea of the noise. I'll stop talking for a second so you can hear the sound. So it's not too noisy. It's pretty reasonable really for what it's doing. So yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my second part of this review. I have been using this massager, well I say I have, myself and my wife have been using this, probably a little bit me than her, for over, I guess 4 or 5 months now. And I am super impressed with this. At the moment, during the time of me filming this, we're currently going through the coronavirus pandemic. So going to have a massage or going to anywhere where there's any spa facilities is out of the question. And I suffer from quite a lot of neck tension, especially because of how I work and through training, etc. And so having something that can give you a little bit of relief in that sense is good and helpful. And this thing has been absolutely brilliant, and for the price I think it's awesome. So first thing that I noticed after using this is that it is very powerful. So these nodules in here, these actually spin, they actually turn, and I'll show you that in a moment when I switch it on. But they actually turn and they also heat up as well. Now to heat up, it does take, I'd probably say at least about 15 minutes of use, or maybe 10 to 15 minutes of use before they actually get warm. But they do get warm, and when they heat up you can really feel them. And what you find is this whole design of being able to put it behind your neck and actually using these arms here is very helpful, because you can actually force the pressure by using these, whereas normally with these sort of devices I've used in the past, you've had to actually press against them or lie on the floor or do something to apply the pressure, whereas this you can just sit, watch TV, and you can just apply the pressure yourself. And as you move it down your back, you kind of just move it down and again put the pressure in with your arms. So your arms kind of provide the pressure, but the device does the rest. And you find you get a really good massage. Now my wife suffers from lower back problems, and I have shoulder issues, like neck issues anyway. And with both, we take it in turns using it, and we find it's really good and really beneficial. And I said I was actually very surprised. So if you're after something to pamper yourself that's reasonably cheap, it's going to cost you the price of getting one massage basically, I highly recommend this. It's very good, and there's a bunch of different ones out there on Amazon. I'll put a link to obviously this one, but obviously have a look at the other ones as well. You might find something that's either cheaper, but this one is very well made. The leather is really good. Well, I say it's leather, it's probably fake leather, but the material is very good, and it's still in very good condition, even though I've been using it a lot. I say I use it at least 4 times a week. So, and the functionality is very good as well. So if you, going back to the controls, if you do have a sensitive area, so an area where you find that you need it to be a little bit slower, but not so vigorous as such, the speed setting is very helpful. So you can obviously press that. It's got 3 settings where you can change that as well. Obviously you can change the rotation as well, so it automatically, after a few minutes, it changes the rotation and goes the other way. Now I say rotation, it's really odd that even though it's obvious that it's rotating, it doesn't feel like it's rotating. It feels like someone's actually kneading your shoulders or your back. And I was really impressed with that, because when you first start using it, you think it looks like some sort of manipulation, like a finger. But when you look at the actual thing doing it itself, you can see it's actually just spinning. But it's very impressive. It works. So it's so effective the way they've designed it. So yeah, that changed direction. Obviously, you've got your power on and off. It goes off by itself after about sort of 20 minutes of use. I think it's stop it from overheating. And obviously if you are very heavy, I'm quite a light frame person, and so is my wife. If you are very heavy and you're leaning against this, the motors will overheat quicker. So I don't know, obviously I haven't got anything to compare it to. So I've been using it, I've had no problems, it hasn't overheated, but I do know that if you apply too much pressure, the motors will overheat and they'll just cut off. And then once they've cooled down, you can restart it again. So that's something to take into account if you are a heavier person. So just so you put it into scale, I'm 65 kilograms, and I don't class myself as being that heavy really. And the other function to switch the heat on and off, I haven't really used that, I've just left it on. When you press this button, it kind of lights up and you can see it's lit up, but it automatically comes on as soon as you switch it on anyway. So I think in terms of bang for your buck, this is awesome. If you're after something, I said, just to pamper yourself at the moment, because we're all inside and we can't get out at the moment and we can't go for any spa treatments or neck massages, I highly recommend this product. And it's one of the better products that I've used in a long time in terms of quality and I said for the price, and I believe it was around about £39. I got it on a Black Friday deal, but I'll put a link to this anyway. Check it out, see what you think. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions or anything you want to know about this particular device, and I'll catch you on the next review.